What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's Victoria. Hi, how are
Feeling
you?
froggy.
Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. Here's a hot mess. Hey, I gotta have the devil horns, okay? No pun intended. I'm thinking we are going to do a golden eye, and I know that's probably been downplayed, but we're going to use about 3 or 4 different types of golds, different shades of golds, okay? So we're definitely going to emphasize the eye using different shades of golds. Oh, excuse me. And using a bold red lip. What I'm going to do, so my face is already moisturized and everything. What we're going to be using is the Banana Bright Face Primer from Ole Hendrickson that I got from another BoxyCharm box. Like, really? I'm going to use this Echo Tools. It's a slanted brush. It's a slanted foundation brush, but I found that using it with primer puts it on pretty evenly. In your face. Words of my mom. She's probably gonna kick my ass after this, but that's okay. I'm gonna take my Oval 7, my artist brush, okay? And we're going to be using the Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation SPF 15. I wear it's natural 4. Do a couple pumps, like legit 2 pumps, because it's, I don't want to say watery, but it's thinner. And we're going to start covering. Okay, this is a little bit paler than my skin tone, but after it sets, it'll look much nicer and then kind of get in there into the neck. So after that is about spread as evenly as possible. Okay, we are going to take our already damp beauty blender and we're going to buff that in there. Usually I don't prefer beauty blenders, but with this we want a dewy look with minimal creasing. Okay, so this is just to kind of blend it all together. This is nice and blended. We are going to go ahead and put on some concealer. So we're going to spot conceal certain spots. So my oldie but goldie, the Born This Way, I think this is medium. Yep, medium concealer. All right, we're going to try and neutralize this spot right here. And then what I do for my under eyes, I use this Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, okay? I use my finger to warm up the product, and I literally use the slightest bit up and in there. And so I am using my IT Cosmetics concealer brush, okay? And we're going to, so I don't know if you saw what I did there, but I kind of tap in the center and then blur around, okay? This is the Airbrush concealer brush. So very minimal with the spot, with the spot correcting, okay? And now with this, same concept, but we're going to stipple it, okay? To kind of spread it more evenly. And then we're going to kind of set it more, if that makes sense, kind of swipe it. Okay, so you remember my NARS Translucent Crystal, okay? So we're going to be doing a mix of stuff. To put underneath my eye, I have this Echo Tools. Okay, it's like a sponge, it's a slanted sponge, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm taking that blunted end, kind of putting it on the edge here, and rolling it. And I'll show you why here in a second. So we're gonna put that also in the areas of that we put concealer. Next, what we're going to do is I have this brush, and it's a kabuki style, or taper kabuki Sigma brush. It's a foundation brush, but look at how it goes into the under eye. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use All Nighter, and I have this little bit of Hourglass powder. Okay, this is the veil. And what you're going to do is you're going to spray 3, okay? Get some of the powder onto the lid, and you're going to lightly sweep it into that area. So basically what the NARS powder did was kind of soak up any oil or any moisture from that area. And with this, because of the spray, okay, it will continue to hold the, like the integrity of it, to continue and set it and to keep it from creasing. So we're going to take our Urban Decay primer potion. You know, this is my shit right here. Okay, I'm gonna put it on my funky little eyelids and spread. So taking that part of the brush or the sponge, we're going to go and kind of go back and forth onto the brows. Okay, we want this look to last, right? And again, same concept. So I've discovered that when I do this to my eyebrows, especially since I'm using a wax product, it lasts a lot longer. Okay. Okay, so this is our brow before brushing it. Okay. Again, I don't want my brow to look painted onto my head, and you can still see that, right? And we're going to go ahead and start with the other eye. Okay, brow's about done. Let's just finish this spot here, and then we brush. Okay, so there are the brows, and next up we are going to be playing with color. I'm so excited. All right, so I'm going to be using 3 different eye palettes, okay? One is Natasha Denona, one's Bobbi Brown. So the Natasha Denona, well, actually 2 Natasha Denonas. So this is the Mini Star palette. We're going to be using this shade. It's like a rose gold type of color versus this really yellow gold here. We're going to be using the Peak palette, okay, which is like a shimmery beige. Bobbi Brown, we're going to be using part of the shimmer for here, if I can show you, and there. And then we're actually going to be using part of a mustard, okay? So we're going to be mixing up Eccentric and Incense. We're going to use Incense. Feeling we're going to do the Incense and Eccentric as the transition color. All right, so you kind of see here we are not carving out the eye per se, but we're setting up like a pretty good outline. Okay, again, Incense and Eccentric be our transition color. I chose this, you know, again, it's mustard. It kind of sticks with the gold-ish theme, so kind of make it like a burnish gold in the contour, and then we're going to go brighter in the brow and then in the lid. We're going to go back to the Bobbi Brown and kind of go back into that color and kind of go into that lower, I call it a lower transition. I don't know if that's right, before it kind of goes into the lid. You can see that it kind of went onto the lid, but that's okay because we're going to make it a gradient. See what it did there? And then because it's a fluffier brush, it blends in very, very nicely. We're going to use our Jaclyn Hill 41 brush, and we're going to do a mixture of the 2 Natasha Denona palettes, and we're going to go with this lighter one first. Okay, and we're also going to do the same with this Natasha. This is Bellatrix and 218 M Shine. Okay, to kind of give it more shine. We're going to take a flat lid brush, and we're going to use, it's called Hidden Pearl. It's an eyeshadow, okay? Oh, it's right there. And we're going to put that into the brow bone. Let's give it more of this continuity of highlighting here. We're going to go back into the Eccentric and Incense and go underneath the lash line. Okay, and so now that that is outlined there to kind of give you some depth, we are going to go in with our eyeliner, and I have my eye define pen. I want my eyes open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from my 3/4 way here and out. So we want straighter so that way it kind of opens up more. Okay, so the eyeliner is on and we are we're going to go into our fox eye. So you could take like any angled brush, okay? We're gonna follow it with eccentric, okay? And then next up, our mascara. So I'm gonna be using 2 different types of mascara, okay? So y'all know that I use my Benefits Bad Gal Bad Gal Bang. My Bad Gal Bang mascara, but the one I'm also going to be adding here is this Milk. This is the Kush Waterproof, okay? So we want the eyelashes to be set and not move, okay? So what I'm going to do first is we're going to use the Bad Gal Bang and go from base to tip, okay? And then next up, we're going to go in with this Kush mascara, okay? So same thing, we're going to go ahead and go from the very bottom. I want to show you what that looks like from this one coat. Like, look at it. Same thing down here. All right, so no fake lashes for me. So what we're going to do now is we're going to lightly contour the face. I have my Pure Medium Tan palette. I got in my BoxyCharm box, okay? And so we're going to be using this bronzer here as the contour to kind of give us that warmth again, okay? Because we're using the mustard, we're using the, you know, the different shades of gold. So here I want to be spotlighted, if that makes sense. So we're going to start here, part way of the contour. Okay, so now that we have our contour carved out, I'm going to go to my trusty Pro Flawless Light Powder brush from Sephora. Like I said, I like it better as my blush brush. So we're going to pat, okay, and kind of go in towards the edge, give us a little bit of color without going too much into the apples, because I've discovered that whenever I did that, it was kind of making my face look round. I don't know why. Well, I mean, we know why, because, you know, light and color and what it, you know, the effects it has, but that's what we want to do here. Okay, if you want to contour your nose, you can contour your nose. Like I said, we want to keep the overall look soft. And then I'm going to take my Japanesque brush. This is the 718 brush. Okay, I'm going to use this highlighter here. Kind of go, we're going to sweep it, kind of like a straighter J, if that makes sense, and then kind of go into the brow bone. So we're going to go to the tip of the nose, up my non-existent bridge, up here just a teeny bit. Lip Sense, okay? So my friend Heather, she is a Lip Sense rep, okay? And so I decided to use Star Garnet. This is the color that we're going to be using. So it's a 2-part process, but you have to make sure that your lips are nice and dry. So we're going to go ahead and wipe them off real quick for you. Okay, so you want to make sure that all the way up into the inner part of your lips are dry, clean and dry, okay? Oh, forgot to mix it. Sorry, Heather. Okay, make sure that you mix it up real well, okay? And you kind of want to put it up in a layer, okay? So you're gonna see. Don't go over the part that you already swiped, because it'll cause a streaky appearance, okay? Now our third, all right, so after it's dry and you want to make sure that it's not tacky, okay? So we're going to do a gloss, okay? So we have the Glossy from Lip Sense, okay? And after it's all dry, especially in the corners of your lips, you want to make sure that you get that. Okay, After that, go ahead and get your all-nighter or whatever setting spray you use. And you're done. Hopefully you enjoyed this look. Tomorrow, stay tuned. We're kind of going with it, you know, impromptu type style. And there are no rules whenever it comes to these makeup. You know, if you want a theme, okay, fine, but we're going to have fun with some colors. I hope you enjoyed this video and stay tuned for tomorrow's look. Mwah. Okay. Oh, and look. Nothing. Mwah. Kissably soft. All right. Okay. For real this time. Bye.